Hi, we're back with part two of the small group control devices. Where we last left off, we were doing loss of individuality. I iterate, that was the word, I iterate. So, if you did not see part one of the small group control devices, you would probably want to watch that now, because now we're just going to be going into the rest of the techniques. Like I said, we just left off with loss of individuality, okay? We can go back a little bit to fire. Because I did mention how you can have those like a service where everyone's holding up a candle and the lights go off and you start singing. The next one, of course, is music, because music is a huge social control device. So if you were ever at a particular service and you want to know, or you were running one, and you wanted to know when to lay out the collection plate, the answer would be not at the beginning, no, okay? And not even necessarily at the end. The best place for you to do such a thing would be to have a song that everyone knows, where everyone can sing along. And the great thing, if you were to really do this right, is to have a crescendo, maybe some sort of build-up type thing. Build it up, build it up, build it up, where everyone's singing, and then you drop it. And then maybe do like a okay? Pass around the collection plate, people can't pay fast enough. All right, you have to warm up the audience, so to speak, and that would be the optimal time. If you were running a multi-level marketing, which again we're going to get to, and everyone's, I just can't walk out and say, "Hey guys, I'd like you to sell knives." I have to play like "Welcome to the Jungle" or "Eye of the Tiger" or some sort of pump up music to get you guys psyched to sell the product. All right, so music's definitely going to play a role there too. Music is used in the military, very much so, okay, and you have drill, which you know, da 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 over and over again, all right, and it basically, you know, is forms of it's music in the military. All right, so another great one might be, this is an interesting technique, I guess it goes a little bit with what we were just talking about in the military, is a thing called cadence. Cadence is a specialized speech pattern, okay, that basically tells the listener to listen up, all right, and that now's the time for you to pay attention to me, okay. So if you've ever heard a news broadcast, they have a certain cadence where they'll say, reporting from the la 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 news, this is blah blah blah. Okay, so the ba da 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 ba 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 da da da. All right, that's the basic newsman sign off is what they do. And what that cadence does is it signifies to the listener, you're listening to the news, so this is a thing you need to listen to. If they didn't do that, you would be like, that's not the news, and I'm not listening to that. Okay, so what they've got to do is they've got to say it a certain way, or you won't buy it. Okay, a drill sergeant's cadence is very staccato. It's you drop and give me 10, ba 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 ba. If they did it sing-songy, like, you know, drop and give me 20, you'd be like, no, drop and give me 20, okay, fast. Then you're listening. You're more likely to listen because it's appropriate for the environment. I could kind of like fake a multi-level marketing cadence sometimes, where if I say something like, I believe in each and every one of you. I believe it so much that I have dedicated my whole life to see to it that you get there. And I know in my heart that you can do it. Something along those lines, okay? Where I'd have like a real pausey type thing, okay? And in that pause, I'm having you lean forward for expectations. So that's a very common technique of cadence use. Another one would be isolation, okay, and information control. So this is examples of in the military, you get like a 30-second phone call to tell your folks that you've made it, and otherwise we will be controlling all the information. A lot of small religious groups, okay, cults, they will have you disassociate with family members or people outside of the group because they don't want any outside information. An extremely common theme. And that don't talk to these people, they're telling you something that we don't want you to know or think or believe. Our values are the only values that matter. Anyone telling you something else, they're just holding you back, which actually goes great into multi-level marketing because they'll say, if they don't believe in you, if they don't believe in this program of selling this product, then they don't believe in you. And you don't need anyone around you that doesn't believe in you. Oh, the hell, I don't want anyone. So basically they're saying get rid of anyone telling you other than what we're telling you. And that's there's a meme I saw, for multi-level network marketing, which said, my friends don't believe in network marketing, so I got new friends. Basically advertising the fact that they dropped their old friends because they wanted everyone on board with this program. It'd be funny if it wasn't so sad and people lost so much money, but anyway, isolation, so information control. Again, this is where you don't want any outside sources. Okay, the other, okay, this is a huge concept in sociology. This means that there's an enemy, all right? So for all these examples, there's some form of you are under attack, someone's coming to get you, there are powers out there that want to hold you back or bring you down. We will help you. We will save you. So a lot of times small groups or cults or something, there's something out there. Maybe it's the rapture is coming to kill people. Okay, that's the end of times. Or sometimes the government wants to kill you. All right, so we will save you if you're with us. For multi-level marketing, it would be the 9 to 5, such a drag, and you could be your own boss, and that those corporations are going to suck you dry, so you got to take it for yourself, and we'll help you, etc. So the other is a powerful force. Good cop, bad cop. If you've ever watched a crime drama in America, you're very familiar with this. It's the effectiveness is somewhat uncertain, and whether it actually catches the right person is also somewhat uncertain. But good cop, bad cop is an interrogation technique in which one of the police officers doing the investigation or questioning will be extremely aggressive and angry and loose cannon type person. And they'll have to step outside, and then the next person will come in and apologize and be a little more your buddy and win behind your sales and can he get you coffee, and then I'll be right back, and then the angry person comes in. And I've heard cases, watched the Netflix Making a Murderer, I think they did it to a guy for 7 hours, kept repeating this. So they'll just keep doing that until your brain does not, what they want is your brain not to know where you stand. Do they like me? Are they mad at me? Am I in trouble? I don't know, okay, and that's what they're trying to achieve. That I don't know, that's the mental malleability we talked about in the first bit. Where do I stand? I don't know, okay? Then they'll basically impart new values, which in the case of a police would be you're guilty. So, okay. In the military, there's probably always one drill sergeant who's especially tough, who's the tough one, and they're the ones that you don't mess with, and the other one's a little more wind behind the sails. But again, this is all to keep you off kilter, not know exactly where you stand. Another great example in that regard is something called love bombing. Love bombing is when you first walk into a say walk into a new church if you don't experience love bombing and say, hi, I'm new to the area, I'm thinking of joining. And you're going to see smiles like you never see. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. We're so excited. Where are you from? Okay. They're just going to want to know everything about you and ask you all these questions. What they're doing is they're setting it up so that your first memory of this experience is a positive one. They throw as much love at you as you possibly can in forms of smiles and interest and tell us about yourselves so that you feel good. That way, when things happen later down the road that may not be pleasant, or like giving them money, that maybe you don't want to do that, but your memory is of the positive, is of how great it was when you first walked in. Okay, and the same would work with like multi-level marketing. Our organizations, we're making so much money, and then you find out that this guy isn't cool as they thought they were, whatever. Love bombing during the military is the recruitment phase, okay, because that guy, his job is to make you feel awesome, all right, and empowered, and your interests are so fantastic, that's so great, you can go great places with that, the military can help. Then you get to boot camp, and they're cursing you out, and you feel like nothing. But your memory is of that the recruiter. Okay. Next one, momentum towards agreement. momentum towards agreement is like kind of like a shark's teeth in that they have hooks, and when you go in, it's really hard to retract because the way their teeth are angled. All right. So what you do with momentum towards agreement is start small and always ask questions that end in a yes answer. Never ask questions that end in a no answer, because what you're doing in this regard is you're going to try to trick people into tricking themselves. You're conditioning them for believing. Eventually, you won't even have to employ a lot of these devices because they'll be trained and conditioned to do it themselves. So you start off with something like, hey, all right, do you feel like you make enough money? Okay, don't ask, do you make enough money? Like, a lot of people are going to say, but do you ever feel like there's more out there in this world? Okay, do you ever feel like you have not reached your full potential? See, I'm asking all these yes questions that most people will answer yes, because even the most successful person in the world doesn't feel successful enough. All right, you angle it like that. Then come down to this seminar where we've got some answers. Well, okay, I'm not going to ask you to sell your home. I'm just asking you to come to a seminar. Now you've come to a seminar. Now in your brain, I don't know, why did I believe that? Okay, well, you want to believe it because you are right. And humans love to be right. Okay, it's like their favorite thing on earth. So if they wasted their time at a seminar, they would feel stupid. So you're going to find a way to have them rewrite their experience as a positive one, in that they really actually walked out of there with something. And they weren't stupid at all. They were really smart to listen to you. So then when you go and ask them for the next thing, okay, depending on how you do your levels, the next thing is going to be, well, you did the first thing, so you might as well do the second thing. You came down to the recruitment. You might as well come. We're doing a thing next Saturday, okay? Okay, so you did those first steps, and you were right. It was worth it, wasn't it? Okay, you had a good time, all right? You weren't stupid by doing that, so you were smart. You were making the right decisions. You're like, okay, yes, I was. And then you get into it further and further, okay, and they continuously have you doing the thing that they're wanting to. Then when they say something like, we're going to have you sell your home and you're going to leave all your family, that sounds like the most rational thing. But you have to build momentum towards that. Okay. And there's a silly little, and it is silly. Let's see if I can do this. It's kind of fun. One sec.